and welcome to this week's Easy to Say Yes to tips. Hi, I'm Marie Rogers, and I'd be delighted if you want to express opinions on what I'm saying, whether you're watching this live or you are watching a replay. So today's topic is basically what is best and when in terms of one-to-one or one-to-many coaching. So you've got the one-to-many is your group coaching. So the question I get asked a lot, and particularly when I'm starting working with clients, is that, which one should they do and when should they do it? Now, what's the differences where we're going to actually start off and the advantages to each? So let's explore them first of all. So what's the difference? Well, one-to-one, you're working exclusively with one person, and one-to-many is where you're working with a group of people. So it could be a mastermind, it could be an exclusive group. It's literally one-to-many. All right. Now, so in the one-to-one side, what are the kind of main advantages of it? Well, the main advantage to that is it's very easy to set up. Literally, you can start being a one-to-one coach immediately. It doesn't really need any systems. In fact, you get an internet access, you've got Zoom, even the free version, which is up to 40 minutes if you really want to go down to that. But even if you choose the 40 minutes plus, it's only what, $15 or so? I can't remember a month. But literally, it's really easy to start, and you've got little to no systems ready to go. Okay. In comparison to group, you can do the same, but you need a little bit more systems in order to manage the group, and particularly if you've got a self-study, which is usually a large proportion of group coaching unless you get a mastermind. So you need somewhere for people to access resources and access materials. So the difference between one-to-one and group, one-to-one literally start with little to no systems, and group, you've kind of got to have a little bit more. Okay, that's fine. The other difference between one-to-one and group is one-to-one, you're working exclusively with a client. And so what actually happens is you tend to get, I'm not saying they implement more, but because you're working more in one-on-one, they are able to implement more quickly than group. And that's been proven, because a lot of times in group, what happens is you teach many, and they walk away and they still sometimes have questions, so it's a little bit longer, or they struggle more to put it into action. When we work with somebody one-to-one, because it's completely customized and it's basically on what's happening with them now, they are more likely to implement and get the results. That doesn't mean that coaching doesn't get results, but what we're saying is one-to-one gets quicker results because they can implement more quickly than group. Okay. Now, the other thing is that with the difference between coaching one-to-one and group is that with one-to-one, what you're really able to focus more on is mindset. Now, I'm not saying that you don't do this in group, I'm just saying more. Again, because you've got a more intimate relationship. But in group, although you aren't able to focus as much on individual mindset, you are able to focus more on tactics. And also what you've got is you've got the peer mindset happening. So actually, what is a benefit there is that they can find out the answers to questions that they didn't even know they had. They can actually get answers to questions that haven't even come up yet to stop them making mistakes. So one-to-one, you can work exclusively on an issue or a challenge or a mindset that's happening now and quickly go over it. But with group, although you can't do that, you could actually benefit from the group wisdom and hearing the answers to everybody else, so that you actually get multiple layers of answers rather than just one. So benefit, benefit, benefit. Okay. The other benefit as well is, I suppose, and it depends on what your clients want as well and how you best learn, is I found, okay, that for me, not following the herd, I like not so much, you know, like, I love one-to-one, I love the intimate relationship, and I love group, okay? But where I feel that people actually not only learn, but implement the best is in a bit of the middle. It's like a hybrid. So it's got one-to-one so that you're doing it, if you like, with them, so that people don't get stuck. So for example, you're able to give them the answers to the questions, you're able to work one-to-one, but they also benefit from the group and the peer as well. And that's actually what our case study has been recently. It's been phenomenal results, and actually, you know, like a phenomenal group. So for me, although there is one-to-one and there is group, there's a magic bullet in the middle, which if you get right is massively, massively beneficial. And that's certainly the route I'm going down. But let's take a step back from that as well. The question was which and when. So we've looked at what are the benefits to each, but when is it right to do either or? Now, the thing about one-to-one is that you do a lot more for your clients usually in one-to-one. You give them a lot more answers, so it's a lot more kind of done, but you know, like there's a lot more work involved in it, and it takes up a lot more time than one-to-many where you turn up once. My opinion, and this is based on years of being out working with teams and the real world as well as online, and clients that came to me, the easiest is to set up a group. Okay, it's the easiest for you as a coach, that you can go on and you can do one-to-many. Okay, you turn up once, you deliver your training, loads of people get it, and away they go. But here's a hard fact: it's harder for people in a group to implement, so the results from a group are not as high as one-to-one. My advice, and if you were looking for the stage to move from one to either, because I think that the biggest benefit of a group is that you can scale a group. You cannot scale one-to-one. There's a certain level of work that you can do on a one-to-one basis before you're fully booked. And if that's all you want to do, that's fine. But if you want to scale up and you want to build a more profitable group, you will have to move into the group option as well. So here's how I do it. And certainly here's how I tend to work with the majority of my clients on. If you are earning definitely under £25,000, dollars, euros, whatever that is, 25,000 in your coaching business in the last year. So you might have earned 10, maybe 15 or less than that. If you have earned less than 25,000 in your coaching business, my advice is that at this stage, you should be focused more on one-to-one, okay? Now, the reason for that is because you want to get consistent and understanding exactly what your clients need. And one-to-one really is an intimate relationship that you're building with your clients. And really, what you'll see is themes and patterns developing that clients are showing up with. And what that allows you to do is really then create, based on your actual understanding, not theory, okay, actual understanding of working intimately one-to-one with a range of clients, exactly what are the common challenges, like the 5 biggest challenges that your clients have. And then you can create a group program or move them into a group program or a mastermind or ask people to join that independently, which really tackles the issues that are really facing your clients. Because I find, and I found, and it's certainly been the case, that the majority of clients who came to me who first started in group didn't succeed really well because they didn't create a success dynamic within their group, because they hadn't worked enough one-to-one to understand exactly what was needed. It's like, you know, theory's great, but practice tells you what you really need. It's a little bit like this, ladies. When you move into a new home, you think you know exactly what you need, and you can go out and buy loads and loads of different furniture, okay? And then you move into the house and you put all this lovely new furniture in, and then you realise only after you've been living in the house for a while that some of that furniture just doesn't fit, and you wish you'd done it differently. So here's the thing. One-to-one is like literally getting into the house and living for a while and finding out exactly what you need because you're experiencing it, and then going out and buying the furniture. That's the way I look at it. It should be one-to-one. If you're earning under 25,000, that should be your main focus, to really get greater clarity, understanding of what your clients, who they truly are. Also understand how to niche your niche so that you really stand out against your competition and you don't fall, because I tend to find that people who are doing group straight off just employ a cookie cutter approach, and then it's really hard to attract volumes of clients, because remember, when you run the group, you've not just got to get one, you've got to get multiple ones into your group, and so that can delay launches and it can be quite frustrating. So under 25,000 should be focused on one-to-one. When if you're doing one-to-one, I would say do one-to-one for at least 6 months before you really start moving into groups, and then you can do the two. You don't have to do one or the other. But I have yet to find, and I'm not saying there won't be, I'm sure there's plenty, but I have yet to find someone who launched and grew profitably just from group alone without having done one-to-one, so that they could truly understand exactly what was needed. And plus, you don't need that many systems, okay? So that is my advice regarding one-to-one and how you can really scale a business that grows and actually choose the right avenue and path for you for where you are right now. Now, I'd love to know what your biggest challenge is with either one-to-one or moving to one-to-many to a group. Share it here or reach out and ask, and I will genuinely do my best to help you become super easy to say yes to, because after all, that's why we're all here, to run a profitable coaching business that allows you the freedom and the choice and basically the money to have a great life doing what you love. So looking forward to all of your comments, and thank you for everybody that has joined me so far. Until the next tip.